Hi, sorry I haven't checked in earlier, but I finished about half of The Person Being a Wallflower now. I'm on page 96, I think. There are 4 parts. And yeah, it's going alright. I'm actually reading with my sister. She's here today, but she doesn't want to be shown on camera, so I'm not going to show her. But, yeah, it's going pretty well. It has been a while since I read it. I guess, coming up on 4 years. So, yeah, but I do remember not a lot of the story, but I remember like the characters and like I guess the main plot points. But yeah, it's going well. I am planning on going to my library and checking out the movie or trying to find it online somewhere so I can compare and contrast the two pieces. And yeah, I'll check in when I want to check in. So, I guess we are who we are for a lot of reasons, and maybe we'll never know most of them. But even if we don't have the power to choose where we come from, we can still choose where we go from there. We can still do things, and we can try to feel okay about them. And even if somebody else has it much worse, that doesn't really change the fact that you have what you have, good or bad. Maybe it's good to put things in perspective, but sometimes I think that the only perspective is to really be there, like Sam said, because it's okay to feel things and be who you are about them. Because I was standing in the tunnel and I was really there, and that was enough to make me feel infinite. Tomorrow, I start my sophomore year of high school, and believe it or not, I'm really not that afraid of going. I'm not sure if I will have the time to write any more letters because I might be too busy trying to participate. So, if this does end up being my last letter, please believe that things are good with me, and even when they're not, they will be soon enough, and I will believe the same about you. Love always, Charlie. Time to watch the movie. Okay, hi. It is how many days after? I think 3 days after I finished the book, and 2 days after I finished the movie, I'm pretty sure. I just needed to, take a breather. I just had to kind of collect my thoughts, because I knew that I love this book so much. I didn't want to make a video before I knew exactly what I wanted to say in it. At least, a rough outline, so I did that. It's written in this book, and we're gonna discuss one of my favorite books ever, The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen C. Unlike the videos that I made for Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children and A Mountain Called Uva, I'm just gonna collect all my thoughts about the movie as well as the book in one video because I waited and I didn't make a video reacting to the book specifically. So yes, it's all gonna be jumbled up. I love this story, and I love this book. Like, that's anything that you can take away from this video, it's that. It's very, very, I don't know if the right word is relatable, but I feel like it's relatable. Like, it tells a story of a freshman going into high school, and he meets, like, seniors who are 3 years older than him, at least, and they just are everything that he hasn't been exposed to yet. Everybody has the feeling of growing up one time or another in their lives, and I think that's what makes this book so universal. Everybody can relate to it. I can honestly see this becoming a classic. I feel like it's turning into one because everybody knows it and everybody likes it. Like, I feel like, kind of ish. Maybe not, I don't know. The way that Charlie is written as a character, I feel makes him just feel very young and like a child, kind of. Like, I don't know. He's just so innocent, and he reminds me of me, kind of. I also have an older sister, and I just finished my sophomore year, so I'm still kind of new to high school. I kind of went through the same thing Charlie did, except not really saying that. That's definitely not true. I did not make friends with seniors. I did not have a crush on one of them. I did not do any of that, but I don't know. He's just an interesting character, and I feel like every single time I read this book again, I just get something out of it. If something that I hadn't discovered before the last time. I've only read this book twice, but I barely remember the first time. I literally forgot a whole character. I forgot that he had an older brother, like, completely. Until I read it again, which was funny. It's also interesting how some characters don't even have names. Like, his sister in the book doesn't even have a name. Her name is never mentioned, as well as her first boyfriend. But when it comes to the movie, they actually do have names. His sister's name is Candace, and the first boyfriend's name is Derek. I don't know why Stephen made that choice, but a guess would be maybe since it was at the beginning of the novel that they were introduced, he was kind of getting, like, kind of used and comfortable to the idea of writing to somebody, and he didn't want to really, like, expose everything about him. But also, when you think about it, he definitely could have just used a fake name, because every name in this book, which is also very interesting, is a fake name, I'm pretty sure. He says at the beginning something along the lines of, I don't want you figuring out who I am, so I'm going to use all fake names in this book. So that's really weird. The person that we know as Sam, her name isn't actually even Sam. So yeah. Now transitioning, I guess, a little over to the movie. I love Logan Lerman in this movie. He is so great. He is Charlie. As for the other actors, I think they were all okay. Side note, definitely said this before, but me watching this movie does not mean that I support Ezra Miller's actions. Recently, they have been bad, and that's why I feel like I couldn't enjoy this movie as much as I wanted to, just because they are in it, unfortunately. But I think they were fine as Patrick. Moving on, I'm sorry. You know, Emma Watson, she's the best, but not necessarily in this movie. I feel like I just wanted Sam to be more something, and Emma just did not reach the bar. I don't know what it is about it, but, like, I feel like I was I feel like I was just expecting more, whatever more meant, and Emma just did not deliver particularly. But she wasn't bad, like, at all. Something I extremely appreciated from this movie is that they have a Degrassi character in it. Nina Dobrev is in it, who is popular for the Vampire Diaries. She plays Charlie's sister, and she was Mia Jones in Degrassi: The Next Generation, and that was actually her first acting job, so yeah. So at the time of me watching the movie first, I think I actually had watched Degrassi, but now that I've watched it 2 times, plus a little more, I think I just really appreciate her being in it more than the first time, so yes, thank you, Nina. She was good in the movie. Specifically for this movie, Stephen C., he directed and wrote the script of the movie, and I think that is a very good choice because the movie is very good, and he also kind of, I guess, modernized it in a way. It's very funny. Perks of Being a Wallflower literally came out in the 90s, I think, which is crazy because I feel like it could happen 1999. Okay, so yeah, still the 90s, but almost not. And I believe, I'm not sure, I'll put the correct date on the screen if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure the movie came out potentially in 2012, so that's literally 13 years for an adaptation to happen, and that's a lot of time to pass. A lot of things have changed, and I think the way that he changed the script made it very, not very modern, but, like, it just felt kind of, maybe realistic is the word I'm looking for. I don't know. Yeah, but I think it was a very good adaptation. I don't want to waste either of our times talking about this book or movie when I honestly don't have anything more to say, but do not mistake that for me not liking it. I love both of them. Nah, hold on. I love the book. I really like the movie. And yeah, I kind of spoiled it, but question, is the movie or book better? Just told you the answer practically. The book is better. I think, although there are a lot of scenes which I was just smiling ear to ear with, and I like the movie, like, all the actors are good, and yeah, I do really like the movie, but the book, I feel like you can go back to more, and it's just a more enjoyable experience, really, just, like, going through the story. What's kind of weird is I felt like the second half of the movie was extremely fast-paced, like, going through Sam and Patrick graduating, and his sister graduating, and I don't know, him having to say goodbye to them and his like breakdown. I felt like that was very rushed, even though it took like a substantial amount of the movie. It just felt kind of faster for some reason. I don't really know why, but not that big of a problem. As I said before, I don't want to bore you, but I thought what I do right now, or in a few seconds, hold on, is put down a lot of things on the screen about things that were changed between the book and the movie. Just really nitpicky things that nobody really cares about besides me. Yes, I'll put them on right now. There were a couple of changes, but like it didn't take from the story as a whole. Both of them were good. The movie was good, and the book I love and was very great. So now I guess we should probably discuss the title just because I want to. The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I feel like this book shows you the perks. This book gives us an insight on Charlie's personality. We see how his observational skills and I guess general wallflowerness influences and is influenced by the people around him. And like, I feel like not a lot of books do that. There's just something special about this book. If I want to, I'll put on the screen right now things that... Finally, I would like to ask the question. Who were the letters written to? I know a few people say Michael. I think that's my personal least favorite. I don't know why. I just don't really see the evidence for that. I think it may be... I have two options. I think it's either Sam, because specifically near the end of the book, he literally asks her if they can write letters back and forth, and she says yes. So, I mean, it's right there. But also, I feel like it may be written to you. You are Charlie's friend. Specifically near the end of the book, he says, hold on. Yeah, literally, the full last paragraph from but first to goodbye. Well, I guess this is before the epilogue, but I feel like that whole entire part was written to the reader. It just feels like he's talking to me. Charlie/Stephen writes so well. It does feel like you're actually hearing a conversation. He's talking to you. It's definitely informal, and he's just pouring out his thoughts and his observations out into the world and doing a pretty good job of it. And yeah, that is my video for the perks of being a wallflower. Thank you so much for watching, as always. I really appreciate it. Thank you for getting to the end, if you got to the end. If you skipped, that's fine too. Hello. Be sure to comment, leave a like if you like this video, subscribe if you'd like. Tell me in the comments, what book and movie adaptation would you like me to do next? Or just books in general that you would like me to read. I'm really open to anything. So yes, I think that is pretty much it. I'll see you later, and stay infinite. Also, really quick, I just wanted to say two things, which I did not like from the movie. Number one, Sam and Charlie, why did they get together at the end? I don't know what that kiss meant at the end, but still, like, she's going to college, he's going to sophomore year. And also, what was the other thing? I can't remember. Oh yeah, it wasn't that diverse. There weren't that many people of color in the movie, not even as supporting. Did not appreciate that at all. But other than that, you basically made a perfect movie. So, next stop, Steven. Have a nice day. Bye.